people? My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and I'm here with my pal,
Sully Sports.
And you are watching the Not a Football Show.
That's touchdown. We love the Tico Fantasy Show.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Not a Football Show. How you doing?
What's up?
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, bruh?
Oh, I'm freaking chilling, bro.
I'm pretty good myself.
I love giraffes.
Oh, zebras. But on today's episode, we're going to be doing a mock draft, and today's mock draft is going to include trades.
Yes, there will be trades. There will be movement. I love motion.
Motion.
I love motion. Jarvis, increase your jingliness by 25%.
But yeah, we should probably get right into it because it's going to take a while.
Oh, yeah, it is. Who's on the clock?
The Titans!
Yes, they are.
And with the first overall pick, do we even really need to talk about it? It's Cam Ward.
It's Cardo.
Cardo,
your dinner's ready.
What was it? Freaking chicken. Did you see the
blue chicken?
Oh god.
Did you see it?
No, he did freaking red, like chili, what do you call it? Not chili.
Hot
what are the
Cheetos?
hot Cheetos? Yeah,
Yeah.
hot Cheeto chicken tenders.
Dude, he always says some outlandish. It's like, this ain't the only thing that's going to be creaming in it.
That's crazy. But yeah, Cam Ward's going to the Titans. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's bullshit. We already know he's going there. They had private workouts. They went to his pro day. They've been everywhere. He's been talking to Mr. Mike Bergonzi. It's happening.
Yeah,
So yeah.
It's a lock.
Two. The Cleveland Browns. I've been seeing it everywhere. I think they're going to take Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
I have been seeing a lot of reports that they really want to make a little trade.
Yes.
But not a draft trade, a Kirk Cousins trade.
Yes. I also saw Dak Prescott, apparently.
Bullshit.
I think think that is bullshit, but it's just
Bullshit.
interesting to think about.
Yeah. It was a rumor, but it's they are not physically able to do it. They would be
generational debt.
Yeah, they would have like $180 million in dead cap or something. It's crazy what would happen. So it can't happen. But them trading for Kirk Cousins can definitely happen.
Yeah, and it'll just make a bad quarterback room worse.
Yeah.
I mean, just a shithole there. I mean, they'll never have a good quarterback unless they.
But hey, at least they'll have Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett.
Yes, that's what they will have. There's a good chance Abdul Carter ends up the best player in this draft.
Yeah.
I think if a team that didn't need a quarterback had one, he would.
I don't know if I
one.
agree with that, actually.
Who do you think, Travis Hunter?
I think it's going to be Cam Ward.
I mean,
I really love Cam Ward.
Is Cam Ward going to be a better player, or is he just at a more valuable position?
No, I think Cam Ward is going to be the best player in this draft. I think Cam Ward will be an all-pro one day.
I think Abdul Carter will too.
That's not a crazy take.
Yeah.
That's not a crazy take. Travis Hunter probably as well. There's actually a lot of guys who could be all-pros in this draft class. But
good draft.
Besides the point, let's move on to 3.
Tress.
The New York Giants. They just went out. They got Russell Wilson. They got Jameis Winston. That's going to be a fun QB battle. But why not make it even more fun? Throw Shedeur Sanders in there.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think the Giants are going to take Shedeur Sanders because they went out and got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. But I think he still fits their timetable. I think he still fits. I think it still makes sense, Russell Wilson could go out and start this year, or Jameis Winston, whatever you feel is necessary. And Shedeur Sanders could sit for a year and learn behind Russell Wilson, which I think would be really good for him. The two of them have not very similar styles of play. I like to think Russell Wilson has a little bit more of an arm than Shedeur Sanders, but they could, he could learn a little thing or two from Russ.
Yeah, and they're both on 1 years, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both on 1 year deals, and honestly, biggest thing
No,
is
2 year for Jameis Winston, my bad.
2 year for Jamo, so he'll be the backup to Shedeur
Yeah.
next year. A big thing here is the market. I mean, New York, the Sanders,
it works.
Yeah,
There's a lot of money to be made with Shedeur, jersey sales, sponsorships, all that bullshit, and I don't know. It's just a New York thing.
yeah, I don't hate it. I like it.
Yeah. But at 4, we got the Patriots. And, the board's looking nicey. You got Travis Hunter out there. You got Mason Graham. Amon Membo's cool. I like Shamar Stewart. But the Patriots aren't going to take any of those guys because none of those guys are a Mike Vrabel pick. You know who is a Mike Vrabel pick? Will Campbell.
Oh.
White boy from Louisiana. That's the type of guy you want. That's the type of guy Mike Vrabel wants. Solidify that offensive line. Their offensive line is not good right now.
Damn, so Travis out of the top 4?
Yep.
Damn. I feel like this could be a spot where if Travis Hunter's on the board, they can get an absolute haul from somebody.
They probably could.
They could probably get maybe multiple firsts from somebody.
Probably.
I think that's interesting to talk about.
But too bad they're not. Because at number 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars are taking Travis Hunter.
All over that. If he's on the board at 5,
Yeah.
you are on your knees praising Kier. You should just...
You're doing dirty little things. But honestly, I think a lot of teams aren't as high on Travis Hunter as people think.
It's It's just the fact that he could possibly play two positions.
I think
you're getting two players in one.
He's also small. He's 170 pounds. I mean, you can put him out there at both positions, and it worked in college and it worked in high school, but I don't think it's going to work in the NFL. I think there's like I know this is a crazy thing to say, but I think Travis Hunter could be a bust.
I think it'll work to an extent. I don't think he'll be bad. I don't think you have two chances of playing a position and being bad at both of them.
He's not going to be bad. I'm more worried about him being a little small. I'm worried about him not being able to cover these big, good wide receivers in the NFL. And I'm worried about him, being an undersized regular receiver. And I don't know how fast he is. I mean, he looks fast when he plays, but...
Game speed?
Yeah, he's really good at both positions, but I wouldn't say... I'm not going to say he's not great, but I don't know. I'm not as in love with Travis Hunter as many other people. And I think there's a lot of people who aren't in as much love with him as we think.
Yeah, so he probably does have the highest ceiling out of anyone, though.
Out of anybody in this draft?
Out of anybody in this draft.
I would say Abdul Carter. I mean, yeah, I guess if you can effectively play both sides, I guess yes, his ceiling is technically higher, but I don't think he'll be able to effectively play both sides.
Yes, probably not.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. But okay, we're moving on to 6, the Raiders. Mr. John Spytek, their GM, I said this in the last mock draft, he said once upon a time that if you build in the trenches and that you can get to the QB, you can beat any team in the league. Give me the Raiders taking Mason Graham.
Love it. Just an absolute monster of a line there.
Yeah. Nasty him, Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby. Maybe we can get freaking long arms. Tyree Wilson to fucking do something for once. It's a very good defense. It can be very fun with Mason Graham there.
Yeah, and their secondary is not super great.
No.
But having that front 4 or front 7,
don't matter.
Linebackers, I don't even care. It just helps the secondary so much.
Didn't they bring in some linebackers?
Didn't they lose Spillane?
They lost Spillane, but I thought they brought somebody else.
Who did they bring in?
I don't know. I don't remember. Couldn't tell you.
I'll get on it.
Yeah. But the Raiders defense, I think the Rams are a really good example of it. The Rams defensive line is fantastic, and their secondary is not great.
No, it's not.
But they got to the quarterback they got to I just pulled that. Did that fuck anything up? Mike's still good. Okay, sorry. They were able to get to Sam Darnold 9 times in the playoffs because of that defensive line. It didn't even matter that Justin Jefferson and frickin' Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson were out there. It didn't matter. You can get to the QB, you can beat a team.
They have a Landon Roberts. It's like their only linebacker.
Oh, wow. Okay, they kind of need a linebacker. So, okay, well, maybe
they need a lot in the defense. The defense isn't great.
Maybe we'll see him trade back. But there's also, I really like the linebackers later in this draft.
Yeah,
there's some good options. But at 7, we got the New York Jets. There's a lot of fun things they could do here. But they're not going to do anything fun. They're going to take Armand Membo.
That's fun. I'd say that's fun.
It's fun enough.
It's as fun as a lineman's going to get.
Hey, man, I love that screaming little boy.
Little.
He ain't little. He a big boy. He big.
He thick, boy.
Yeah, I really like Armand Membo. It just makes sense. Him and Justin Fields, just being able to protect your QB. What's his face? What's the new coach?
For the Jets?
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Damn. Oh, Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, thank you so much. Aaron Glenn saw what the Lions did over there in Detroit. They built that offensive line. They spent a couple of years doing it. And it's something you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to pay up. You got to get some good offensive linemen. And I think Mr. Armand Membo is the next piece to that puzzle.
Yeah, and since he is so athletic, that also could help with the run game with Justin Fields and Breece Hall. So, I mean, get him out there in space, get him moving, absolute freight train. Just let Justin Fields just run right behind him.
I like it. Makes sense to me. At number 8, we got the Panthers. This defense sucks balls.
Badly.
Very much so. And I like them going with one of the most athletic prospects we've ever seen. I mock him here in every single mock. I don't care. It probably won't happen in the real draft because everybody does it in every mock. Shamar Stewart.
Yep, I don't hate that. I have seen Shamar Stewart there. I've also seen guys like Jalen Walker.
Yes.
Yes, because of his versatility there and because of how many positions they need. But Shamar Stewart, hey, talk about an athlete.
Hey, man, the tested third on the relative athletic score out of 1,800 players over the past 25 years. I mean, he is literally, you can't get any more of an athlete than Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And
he's got some crazy hops. He jumped as high as Myles Garrett or some crazy shit like that. I don't know. But Shamar Stewart's got some big ups. But then at 9, we've got our first trade.
Ooh, it sounds like it.
The Saints are moving back. And you know who's trading up?
Ooh, give me a hint. What do they need? What position is it for?
Running back?
Running back? Oh, probably like the Bears.
No.
Cowboys?
No.
Shit. Chargers?
The Pittsburgh motherfucking Steelers are trading up to 9 to grab Ashton Jeanty.
Dude, if they ruin Ashton Jeanty, I'd probably commit.
They can't ruin Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty's an unruinable prospect.
Arthur Smith almost ruined Bijan Robinson.
But that's exactly why Arthur Smith is going to draft Ashton Jeanty, because that man loves a running back. It makes sense, you know. Oh, and here's the biggest reason why I did this. Eddie Faulkner is the...
Faulkner, I hardly
barely
know her.
Eddie Faulkner is the Steelers running back coach, and he spent a lot of time at Boise State's Pro Day moving through drills with Ashton Jeanty, you know, setting up bags. I want you to do this. I want you to do this. Show us that you can do this. Show us that you can do that. Talk to him afterwards. Talk to him at the combine. A lot of stuff happened with Eddie Faulkner and Ashton Jeanty, and I don't know. I like to see when stuff is happening. I like to believe other stuff is happening.
Yeah, and I do like the move from the Saints because that move back from 9 to what in the 20s? That's got to be a haul.
Yeah,
that's got to be
a lot.
A lot.
A lot. I think I said, what did I say? 21, 83, 123, a second next year, and a third next year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And for a team that needs a lot of stuff, I mean, the Saints have quite a few holes.
It just makes sense for them. And you know what are the Saints going to do right there? Grab freaking a defensive player?
I had them taking I had them taking Shedeur here, but he's not
yeah,
there.
but like what are you going to do there that's really going to help you? Nothing that you can't do back at 21, I believe. Yeah. There's nothing that you can do there that you can't do at 21.
Yeah, with how interchangeable some of the edge rushers and some of the linemen are, I mean, I like it.
Even though they might not take one of those later in the draft. At 10, we got a light going down. It's okay.
Dude, just screamed the light out.
A little darker in
Just
here.
screamed
It's
the
okay.
light out.
We got a
It's
little light
We
off.
still look good.
Okay, so at 10, we've got the Bears.
Dabbies.
And the Bears sent a boatload of people to Michigan's Pro Day. I'm talking Mr. Ben Johnson. I'm talking new offensive coordinator Dennis Allen. They sent a lot of... Right, Dennis Allen's offensive coordinator, right? Yeah, not defensive.
Dennis Allen?
Is he defensive coordinator or
Dennis
offensive
Allen's
coordinator? Defensive coordinator, my bad.
Defense,
Yeah,
I
I'm sorry. Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator Dennis Allen there. I believe Ryan Poles was there as well. They sent a lot of people to Michigan. You know what that makes me think?
Will Johnson?
Will motherfucking Johnson is going to be a Bear. Pair him up with Jalen Johnson. 2 lockdown corners. I think it's absolutely nasty.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best player left out of Michigan, so I hope that's what it's for.
Tyreek Stevenson is, after the whole last year, getting bombed on.
Yeah, and talking shit to the fans.
Yeah, man. Defense. I mean, Tyreek Stevenson and Ben Johnson didn't draft him.
No.
He's not his guy.
New regime.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hate the idea of not giving Ben Johnson a new offensive player.
I hate it too, but you got to also target offense or defense, and Ben Johnson knows that as well. And I think Ben Johnson will make the right decision there.
Will Johnson, very, very good.
Will Johnson can be very good, especially under Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen's expertise. I like it.
Love it.
11. We've got the Niners. They got a lot of holes. Lost, I believe, 25% of their roster this offseason. Probably the most by any team in free agency. Insane. A lot of guys gone.
A lot of holes on both sides.
Everywhere.
Both sides of the ball.
Holes on the line. Holes on the corners. Holes in the D line. Holes everywhere. Big holes.
Big holes.
I got them taking a defensive tackle.
Okay. Is it Walter Schnollen?
Nope.
Is it
But I was really thinking about it.
Kenneth Scrant?
It's not Kenneth Scrant.
It's got to be Derek Harmon then.
It's Derek Harmon. Derek Harmon shot his way up the board. He goes here. It's boring, but it makes sense.
I don't think it's boring, man. What's boring about that, bro?
I love the
Derek Harmon.
It is Derek Harmon. He went off a few times.
6'5", 310.
Yeah, but I like it. Next pick. 12. We got the Cowboys.
Dallas.
They're taking Tyler Warren.
Ooh. Oh.
Taking Tyler Warren. I know, it's stinky. Nobody wants this to happen to Tyler Warren, but nothing you can do. It's happening.
I mean, I don't. They have what's his name?
Yeah, they run a lot of 2 tight end sets.
But they have Luke Schoonmaker.
And Tyler Warren is a great blocker. You can move him around. The new coach, long last name with an S.
Schottenheimer?
Yeah, Schottenheimer. He likes that. He's an offensive-minded guy. I feel like Tyler Warren's a steal right there at that pick.
God, I just don't want to root. I love Tyler Warren. I don't want to root for Dallas.
Nope, I don't want to root for Dallas either. But sometimes you have to.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. 13. Trade!
Trade.
The Miami Dolphins are trading out of pick 13, and you know who's trading up?
I don't know.
The Denver Broncos.
Ooh-wee.
The Denver Broncos are trading up. They're going to be sending pick 20, 51, 122, and a 2026 third to the Miami Dolphins, and they're going to be taking their QB, not QB. Why'd I say that? Wide receiver, Matthew Golden.
There it is. I like that.
First wide receiver off the board in this draft is the Texas boy. Ran a 4.28 at his pro day. Ran a 4.29 at the pro combine. I mean, dude's fast as balls.
Fast as balls. I think he would pair up great with Cortland and Marvin Mims. Ooh, slot right there. Probably the second receiver on
It just makes sense. And Matthew Golden could eventually come in there and easily become the wide receiver one. I think him and Bo Nix would make a great duo. I love it. It makes sense. I love it.
I also like it for Miami moving back. I mean, they
we
don't
need
have
to move
too
back.
much capital.
Yeah.
They have a lot of holes that they need to fix.
It's a good move.
So
We need to do it. We need
some meat on that team.
Yeah, we need a lot of meat. We can move back. You get 4 picks, 5 picks, whatever it is. I'll take it.
Like it.
What else was I gonna say about it? I was also gonna say that it's the first wide receiver off the board.
It's a big deal.
It's not Tet McMillan,
It's not. A lot of people think it won't be Tet. A lot of people do think it's.
and I'm one of those people.
Shit.
That's it, cuh.
That's it, cuz. What's
But
next?
at 14, we got the Colts. Colts taking a linebacker.
Linebacker. Ooh,
Jalen Walker.
Oh, Jalen Walker, not Jahad.
Jalen Walker, you can move him around, throw him at edge, throw him at linebacker. It's super Coltsy. It just feels right. I feel like Jalen Walker just fits in with that team. You got some news?
Abdul Carter will not work out at Penn State's pro day. He is still in rehab.
Interesting.
It says he's still finishing up rehab on the shoulder injury he had from the Boise State game. He may still do a workout for teams and sometime in mid-April.
Interesting. That might hurt him.
I mean, it can't help him.
Not going to help him. That's for damn sure. That's not good. Not good for Mr. Abdul.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You said Jalen Walker
Jalen Walker to the Colts.
Okay, I like that.
Move them around. It works. They need some defensive help. They lost some guys over there. I kind of wanted to give them offensive linemen.
Yeah, I can see it. Just any help.
Just because they lost 2.
They did lose 2. Any help for Anthony Richardson is what
Yeah.
I would go with here. Because, all their chips are in on Anthony Richardson being the guy. They brought in Daniel Jones to scare him into being the guy. So I would want to give him more help, but I don't hate the pick.
If I could go back, I'd probably change it. But on to 15, we got Jahad Campbell going to the Falcons.
Ooh, they need a defensive leader on that team.
And Jahad Campbell has all of the tools to be a defensive leader. He's got some great hair, runs very fast, big body. I mean, what more could you want from a linebacker?
A linebacker that can do it all.
Yeah, and he gives me Fred Warner vibes. Like I think a lot of Fred Warner when I watch him play. He's just can bounce around the field, great in coverage, great rushing the QB. He's just great everywhere, and I think he could be a really great leader for that Falcons defense.
I like that. That's probably my favorite pick so far.
Yeah, 16. It's weird. Cardinals are going to take a Mika Buka.
Okay. I don't dislike that. I like that actually.
Mika Buka just pairs up really nicely with Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. can take the top off. Mika Buka come underneath and get it done. And they're former teammates.
Yeah, they are.
It's cool. And you have
worked well
Paris
in college.
Johnson. You have a bunch of other guys from Ohio State. It's like a big old, Ohio State team over here. They kind of got the same colorway. It looks cool.
Yeah, Mika Buka, great run blocker, could help out with some of the run game with Kyler and James Conner.
Yeah, and it helps. It's going to help out Kyler in multiple ways, like the run blocking, like you said, but just having another weapon.
Yeah, they need it badly.
Him, McBride, and it's just it'll be a pretty solid offense
for a team that's as boring as the Cardinals are. That could be fun.
Yeah, but then at 17, we've got to trade.
Ooh, who is
the
it?
Chargers
are
trading up with the Bengals. Yes,
that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. The Chargers are giving 22, 55, and a 2026 second to move up and get Justin Herbert, his wide receiver, a guy who probably shouldn't have fallen this far, Tet McMillan.
And in the last mock, you said he gave you Quentin
Gave
Johnston.
me QJ vibes, and I thought it
Johnson
just made sense. Send him back.
Yeah, I mean, if a team sees Tet falling as far as he is in this mock, then I think they would trade up. I mean, he's widely regarded as possibly a top 10 pick, possibly the first receiver off the board. So, I mean, why not?
Yeah, trade up to 17, grab him. It doesn't cost too much. I mean, it does cost a bit, but not that much. And you need to get Justin Herbert a good wide receiver.
An X.
Yeah, and a big Wex. Get him a big Wex.
Big Wex.
Yeah, but
someone besides Mike Williams.
I like that for him.
Yeah.
And Mike Williams is there. Mike Williams can, help me out.
Yeah, help. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He ain't helping shit out.
He ain't helping jack shit. But at 18, we got another trade.
Oh, man.
And here's a fun trade.
I like fun trades.
This is the first team in this draft that is going to have 2 picks.
Okay.
The Packers.
Oh, the Packers.
The Packers are going to move up to 18. Well, actually, they're going to move into 18.
Right.
How did they move there?
Oh, let me think. Player?
It's the Seahawks pick.
It's a player?
It is a player.
The Seahawks pick. Jaden Reed.
It is not Jaden Reed.
He's a good player.
It is a very good player.
Xavier McKinney.
It's Jair Alexander.
Oh, amazing. He ain't worth a first.
It's Jair Alexander. He's not going to be just worth a first. You know, they're going to. I think the Seahawks are going to have to throw. No, not the Seahawks are going to throw. The Packers are going to have to throw like a third or a second or something, you know, to get that done. But Jair Alexander goes to the Seahawks. He's a Seahawk now. Whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. And now the Packers move up, and what do? They instantly draft his replacement, Jahdae Barron.
Ooh, Jahdae Barron. He's
Love
nice.
it. Can you really make a better move for the Packers?
No.
Getting rid of your expensive-ass diva and bringing in a guy who's a huge, great team player, fantastic guy. He just does everything right. Best corner in this class by a long shot. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I had Jahdae Barron going to our Miami Dolphins in our last draft, so
I
I'm a
fucking
fan.
love him. He is by far the best DB in this class. It's like him and then everybody else.
Will Johnson. You had Will Johnson going higher.
I guess that is a good
You
point. I
can't-
kind of forgot about that. Yeah. Will Johnson and Jahdae Barron
right
and
there.
everybody else.
I hear you, though. He can definitely be the best corner in the class.
100%. 19, Buccaneers.
Yes.
Grab a safety.
Do it.
Nick Amonowori.
Athlete.
Athlete. He's good.
Rough around the edges, but Todd Bowles, defensive guy. That's not rough. That's slim.
Smooth
thick.
that brother out.
Smooth them out. It's like you ever see the videos of people like laying bricks and they go like,
Yeah, man, and
Yeah.
they get rid of
Get all
get
rid of
That's
off the
what we want to
edges.
do for Nick
Yeah.
Amonowori, and that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, give
Edge
him to the
him up.
Bucks. I like it. Now our Miami Dolphins are on the clock. They traded back here with the Broncos. It's pick 20. It's offensive lineman.
it is.
It's Gray Zabel.
It's Gray Zabel, North Dakota State. One of the only players in this draft that can play all three positions on the offensive line.
And that's exactly what the fucking Miami Dolphins need.
Yeah, it is.
We need shit. If we could duplicate him and get five quadruple him, does that even make sense?
No.
I don't know. But if we had a full line of Gray Zabels, we might have one of the best O-lines in the league.
Yeah, I mean, the main concern with him is the North Dakota State.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the school he went to. Didn't play against super great talent, but I mean, he's athletic.
He's athletic and can play every position. You got to take a chance.
Yeah, I like that there. And I also like that he moved back to do
Yeah,
it. He's a guy that
exactly.
can be there later in the draft.
Yeah. 21. The
21.
Saints move back here,
Yes.
and they're going to take some help. Offensive help.
Offensive help. Luther
Luther is going on over to the New Orleans Saints. He's a fucking diva. That's what people are saying.
Yeah.
And you know what the Saints love? Divas.
And apparently priests with
Dude, touch kids.
touching kids.
But yeah, Trevor Penning was a diva. Mr. You good
Love
over
that.
there?
Oh, I'm great.
Luther Burden is a diva. We love divas in New Orleans. Give him over there. They got a lot of controversy going on. We like
Like that. They
controversy.
need help. They need help on that offense, especially
Yeah.
with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore could do some fun things with him.
100%. And then 22, this was the Chargers pick. Now it's the Bengals pick. The Bengals are taking an edge. Who is it?
The edge. Is this Mike Green
Nope.
as a BK?
Nope.
Jalen. No, not Jalen Walker. The other one, Michael.
Michael is going to the Bengals. I think it's a fantastic pick. I think he's one of the best edge rushers in this class. He's a Georgia boy. I fucking love him. He's not very versatile, I would say,
Right.
but he's exactly what you need. You know, him and Trey Hendrickson, if you get the deal done.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't, now you got someone there.
Yeah, and I think he's a direct replacement for Sam Hubbard. That's a step better.
Yeah. I like that.
It makes sense. And if you can get to the QB, you can win.
Is it crazy to think that maybe the Bengals should trade back again?
Yeah, I was gonna do it. I was
get
100%
complicated?
gonna do it again. I was gonna do it again, but I didn't want to make the draft too complicated. I would bet money on it that the
Yeah.
Bengals would trade back multiple times in this draft.
Because we talked about in the last mock how similar a lot of the edges are, and they need a lot of help on the offensive line and
need
every
picks.
player on defense.
They need picks.
They need DBs, linebackers. They need. I mean, when you shell out that much money to three dudes,
you need to build through the draft. Yes,
Especially
And
the later you pick in the draft, the cheaper they are.
100%. I think it'll one. I would bet all my money that they trade back multiple times.
So, I like that.
But at 23, the Packers are on the board again. Second time on the board. They need an edge rusher. A fun one.
A fun one.
With an attitude problem.
James Pierce.
James Pierce Jr.
James
is going to
Pierce.
Green Bay. I like it. It makes sense. It's just he fits in well there. I think they got a couple guys with attitude problems, and I think
You know now, now that I think of whenever I think of James Pierce, I think of him with the hoodie on, and that also makes me think of the old receiver that used to play there with the hoodie. Was it James Jones that used to play?
I think it was James Jones, or it wasn't Greg Jennings.
James Jones used to play with the hoodie on
Yeah.
and with its sleeves, and
It works. You can
I
see
like
it. You
that.
can see him in
Yeah.
the green and yellow. You can see it. I
like
can
it.
picture it. But 24, we got the Vikings. They need some DB help. Give them Malachi Starks.
ooh, heir apparent to Harrison Smith.
Yep.
And they lost Cam Bynum, right? Cam Bynum, safety. Yeah, I like that.
It works. It makes sense. I fucking love it. Malachi Starks is probably the best safety in this class.
Him and Nick Omonowori.
It's close.
But, I mean, he's more polished, definitely.
100%.
More ready
They do
to play.
very different things.
Yeah, he's more ready to be a star.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Omonowori probably could take a few years.
Nick Omonowori is big.
Big and fast.
And Malachi
Starks
is smart, and he plays the position the way the position is played.
Yes. He's not super rangy. He's very diverse, though. He's
got great hands, and he's quick.
Yes.
There's not much more you want from him. 25. Texans lost their offensive line. This guy just fell all the way here. Kelvin Banks Jr.
Oh, damn. That's late.
Yeah.
That's really late.
Very late.
Very
late. I think he's the first offensive lineman off the... No, he's not. Just kidding. I don't know why I said that. The third, though, right?
Gray Zabel, Will Campbell.
Fourth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fourth offensive lineman off the board. But yeah, he falls up quite some way. Gray Zabel goes ahead of him.
I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I feel like... I don't know if I've seen Kelvin Banks fall that far.
I haven't either, but shit's bound to happen.
It is bound to happen. I don't know if he gets past Miami, honestly. I feel like Miami would take him over Gray Zabel.
You think?
He
He is a better
guard.
prospect, and I guess it's a good point. But I don't know. I just feel like the Dolphins,
They're stupid. They're dumb.
They're stupid.
Dumb. They're pretty dumb.
Nobody ever always makes the right decision, and that's the
Right.
Dolphins. They just never make the right decision. And Gray Zabel, maybe he is the right decision, but Kelvin Banks is probably the righter decision.
Ryder. We'll see.
Yeah.
I like it, though. It's a steal at that late.
100%. It's a great pick. 26, Rams. Hardest pick. I sat there for 25 minutes trying to figure out who the fuck I was going to put here, and I put somebody who is not even being mocked to go in the first round, barely being mocked to go in the second.
Receiver or
Corner.
Siobhan Ravel.
No, but I was thinking about it. I don't like the injury history.
Maxwell Hairston?
It's Maxwell Mad Max Hairston. This guy really stood out at the combine, was really good at his pro day. He's been very good. He's a Kentucky prospect. He's a bit weird.
He's not, I really do like the idea of giving the Rams somebody that they can develop that has a chance to be a stud.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys that he needs some time. But with the way that they've developed players like, Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner, Byron Young.
He just fits that, I feel like they got kind of like an underdog mentality going on over there. And I just feel like Maxwell Hairston fits that, that whole culture that they got going on in LA.
I like that.
27, Tyler Booker.
Tyler Booker
to the Ravens. They lost... I believe, I'm trying to think of his name. He had a weird name. He went to the Jags. Can't think of his name. They lost him, but Tyler Booker is a direct replacement.
Big.
Yeah, very.
325, 6'5".
Big boy. But I can't think of who it is. They lost an offensive lineman. I know
you.
it for sure. I can't think of who it was. They lost him to the Jags. Patrick McCarry?
Yeah, McCarry.
Patrick McCarry. And this guy, Mr. Tyler Booker, can step right in and replace him.
Yeah, and they love running that ball.
Yeah.
With a mauler like Tyler Booker in there, yeah, like it.
Works.
Works.
Next pick, 28, the Lions. Like you said once upon a time, they like to get guys who are a little raw. Just like me. Donovan Ezeraku is going to the Lions.
Yes. They needed the edge help. They needed it badly.
100%. They need an edger.
And when Aiden Hutchinson's coming off injury, I'm pretty sure he's going to be all good to go once the season starts. He was almost came back last season. But off the other side, I like it.
Donk. It works. 29.
Who we got?
The Commanders are going to take something fun.
I like fun.
I hate Brian Robinson.
Okay.
I hate Austin Eckler.
You do. Amarian?
Give me Amarian Hampton to the Washington Commanders. Really give them a real running game because that's what Jaden Daniels needs.
A real
Jaden
running
Daniels needs somebody to take a little weight off his shoulders, Let Amarian Hampton go out there and run that rock.
Amarian Hampton, he can go anywhere from top 15 to second round.
Yeah.
But I think he's a round one talent.
I think
sure.
he is too. I think somebody will jump into the late round or the late first round and get him if he ends up falling that far. Just because you need that fifth year option.
Need that expeditiously.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like that.
30. The Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Give me Walter Nolan.
Yep.
It just they need a defensive tackle alongside Mr.
Oliver.
Yeah. Just like I've said so many different times in this mock draft, if you can get to the QB, you can win.
Yes.
And I feel like that's a really big mindset for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, that line, Joey Bosa, Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, now Walter Nolan.
It's nice.
I think I gave him Derek Harmon. It's just interchangeable.
Same shit. Yeah, it's interchangeable. 31.
Yes.
The Kansas City Chiefs are going to take Travis Kelce's replacement.
Shit.
Colston Loveland is going to Kansas City. He can go over there. He's going to take care of business. Travis Kelce's getting old. I think this is a retirement tour.
Probably, yeah. I hope so.
So why not have Colston Loveland sit under your Kelce for a year? Maybe Kelce wants to play one more year. Maybe he sits under him for 2 years. Perfect.
Still going to get PT. Still going to play Noah Gray had games.
Yeah, exactly. And they just lost somebody. Somebody they lost. I'm pretty sure they lost not a tight end, but Justin Watson, who sometimes lined up at tight end.
Justin Watson, yeah.
Colston Loveland just fits in there nicely, and I like it. I like it. I think him and Patrick Mahomes could go on together, develop a relationship. It works.
Yes, most definitely.
And finally, your Super Bowl champion Eagles are going to take Mike Green.
Damn, he fell to them. That's crazy. Yeah,
It's in Eagles fashion.
Eagles fashion.
Mike Green falls there.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah,
he didn't play for Georgia, but
Hassan Reddick replacement.
yeah.
Or anybody. I mean, shit. Nolan Smith. I mean, shit. You could throw
Josh
them
Sweat
boys.
replacement.
Throw them boys in and out.
Too.
Oh wait, did I say Hassan Reddick? I'm sorry, I meant Josh Sweat. My bad.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I
meant Josh
I still
Sweat.
think Hassan Reddick as an Eagle too.
I meant Josh Sweat. My bad. But yeah, Mike Green comes in there, fits right in perfectly. It just works.
I love it.
Want me to do a quick recap?
Yep. Do one.
Yeah, do one. Quick recap. 1. Cam Ward. 2. Abdul Carter. 3. Shadur Sanders. 4. Will Campbell. 5. Travis Hunter. 6. Mason Graham. 7. Armand Membu. 8. Shamar Stewart. 9. Ashton Jeanty. 10. Will Johnson. 11. Derek Harmon. 12. Tyler Warren. 13. Matthew Golden, because the Broncos traded up with the Dolphins. 14. Jalen Walker to the Colts. 15. Jahad Campbell. 16. Amika Buka. Chargers traded up with the Bengals. McMillan. Packers traded up. Just kidding. They traded Jair Alexander. Jahdae Barron goes 18. Oh my God, this is getting bad. 19, Nick Monowari. 20, Gray Zabel, because the Dolphins traded back. 21, Saints traded back. Luther Burden. 22, Michael Williams. 23, James Pierce Jr. 24, Malachi Starks. 25, Kelvin Banks Jr. 26, Maxwell Hairston. 27, Tyler Booker. 28, Donovan Ezeraku. 29, Morgan Hampton. 30, Walter Nolan. 31, Colston Loveland. And 32, Mike Green.
Take them both.
Take them both.
I love it. That was a good one. I like that. I like
you
the
very much.
trades.
Thank
All
you
the
very
trades made sense.
4 trades in there. You know, I tried to be as realistic as I possibly could, even though probably 5 of these picks will be right.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it be.
But yeah, that is the end of another mock draft episode. Let us know what you agreed with, what you disagreed with, and just leave a comment.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do that.
But yeah, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Not a Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show. This is my pal.
City Sports.
And you are watching the Not a Football Show. He's not scoring touchdowns.
We love the Tico Fantasy Show.